from Las Vegas. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
For the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now. It's Conner, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The drive will start with Conner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. They're going to take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
It's McDonald.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
4 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Steelers nothing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gun. It's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for, and this will be caught at the 30. Bring it! And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs 62 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
James Conner.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Carr to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr gives to Rashard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Stephon Tuitt.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Raiders 21, Steelers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener, They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety.
Result of the play is a
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Forced out to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. The open man here, Renfro. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll be
taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they run a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Jacobs will wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down. Richard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go with Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and it'll move the chains.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
On for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 35, Steelers 16.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 27-yard line.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point now by Boswell. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Steelers 23. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
1 yard.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Steven Nelson.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Back at the 44.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On second down, it's Jacobs pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. It's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Carr now to throw.
Connection complete to Ruggs.
And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Steelers.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and